so I finally have some time to sit down and do a vlog. I've been wanting to do some update videos for you on Emma and on our life and just what's been going on, and it's so crazy. This summer's been so busy for us. I'm sure many of you can relate, and then working full-time, it's hard for me to like find time during the day to sit down and do an actual video vlog for you guys. So I am here today, Saturday afternoon, and Emma's sleeping in her own room, and so Daddy's gone and the house is quiet, so I was like, hey, let's do some vlogs. So here's a little update for you guys on how we're doing, what's been going on, and probably all the things you want to know. So let's get started. Okay, so Emma is 3.5 years old. I thought about doing a separate 3.5 year update, but I figured I would just roll it all into one for you guys. So she is doing so good. She's so smart, as you guys know. She's still in daycare full-time. Some of her favorite things right now are she loves My Little Pony. She's still really into Barbie, and of course all of the Disney princesses. She loves to dress up and play pretend, and she loves to act out with her dollies, you know, like she loves to play with her little Barbie dream house, and she wants always to have us come and play with her and do the characters, and it's just really funny to see her little mind work and see what she's thinking about and processing and beginning to understand more and more. So probably you're wondering if we're planning on putting her in preschool, and the answer to that is no. She will not be starting preschool this fall. With me working full-time and her having to be cared for 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, it's a little bit difficult right now for us to find a preschool that's going to fit with that. We have an idea of where we would like her to go for preschool, but right now we're just not at that place. So she'll stay in daycare. Her daycare does do preschool work with her, so she has a portion of her day while she's at daycare where she does educational learning and things like that with her daycare provider. So it's not like she's not getting any type of preschool education right now. She is, it's just not in the typical preschool setting. So what we've talked about, and we're not 100% sure on, we're probably about 70%, probably me more than my husband, is that we would like her to maybe start preschool next fall when she's 4. The reason behind that being is that the current daycare that she's at takes kids all the way up until they're age 5. And then once they're age 5, you have to switch daycares because she just takes 5 and under, which is something that I love about her daycare. It keeps it limited to the right age group and right demographic, whereas some daycares have 0 to 14. It really limits the group of kids that are there, so they're appropriately interacting with children that are equal to their age. So it's something that I really love about her daycare. And as you guys know, Emma's birthday is in February, so my thought is if we start her in preschool next fall, she would be able to have consistency from fall to the next summer before she starts kindergarten, versus if we kept her in daycare, we would have to switch her to a new daycare in February, from February to September, and I just don't know if that's the best situation for her. So that's why I'm thinking her going to preschool next fall would work, because then it'll keep her consistently in the same place from fall to the summertime. I hope that makes sense. So that's why she's not in preschool yet, and I'm okay with that. I mean, like I said, she's getting education, preschool education where she's at with daycare, and she's really well socialized. She's really well adapted because she's been in daycare ever since she was a baby. She has no problem with being afraid or away from me. She's not afraid of anything at all. New people, new places. She adapts so well, and I think that that's part of the preschool education that you get, is it's that first experience of being away from mom, so kindergarten's not such a shock, whereas she doesn't have that. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the whole preschool situation for her. Other than that, she's so funny. She's full of energy and spunk. She's going to be starting dance again in the fall, which she's so excited about. She'll be going to the same studio that we had her at this summertime. So she'll be doing 30 minutes of ballet and 15 minutes of tap. And the studio that she went to for the summer classes is a little bit more regimented than where she was previously, and she thrives really well with that. And so I really liked the studio. It's a very big change. Like, parents can't watch the class, they're not in the class with her, so that was a big adjustment at first. But other than that, she did really well. You can see them through TV monitors, but you can't actually like watch through the window because at that age they feel like it's too distracting, so they only let that happen for the first class, if that makes sense. But she really thrived. She loved it. She was really excited about it, and it was fun to kind of watch her without her knowing I was watching her. So she'll be starting again in, I want to say the third week of September is when dance starts, and then she'll do that through the entire year. She just finished swimming classes, as you guys have seen in our weekly videos. I am not putting her in swimming class again in the fall. I might for the winter season, but we just decided for the fall we'll just start her back in dance and kind of get that going, and we'll see if it works in the winter. She loves swimming classes, so I've seen a lot of growth in her and her abilities with just technique type things. She's never been afraid of the water, but just learning to like hold her breath and swim properly. I really have liked her being in swim class, so I would like to continue that along with dance. So she's a busy little girl, but it's fun. It keeps her entertained, and she loves it. She loves going to class. She loves her teachers. She feels like she's so like independent and big getting to do those things, and it's fun to watch her. So that's kind of what's going on with Emma. I really don't know what else to tell you guys about her, but she's adorable and we love her, and it's just so fun to see her grow up. I can't believe she's 3.5. Like, where is the time going? It's crazy. I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, in 6 months, she's gonna be 4. Like 4, that's big. That is not a baby anymore. So yeah, she's amazing. Other than that, what's going on with us? Not much has changed. I'm still working, not as much as I was, praise God. I mean, I was working from last summer to February-ish, 60 some hours a week, 50 to 60 hours a week, and my schedule is back to a normal 40, which is great. It's been a big change, but it's nice for me to be able to enjoy the summertime, enjoy my time with Emma, and be home at night and just be able to be home. It's really nice. It's been great. So other than that, we are still planning on selling our house. I was hoping that we would be able to be ready to sell and list it this fall, but we are not quite there yet. I'm thinking it's probably going to be sometime early next year, more likely next spring. But I don't know, we're just kind of trusting God and letting Him work out the perfect timing for that. But that's kind of what's going on. We want to do a couple more things to the house, paint, probably finish our second bathroom, and just a couple other little things like that. And we're just kind of taking our time working on that. So I'm a lot more anxious than my husband is to want to sell the place and get a new place, but it'll all come out. It'll be in the perfect timing. We've looked at houses. There's a lot on the market right now that we love. I actually found one house that I completely am in love with, and I'm hoping that by the time we go to buy, it'll still be on the market. It's unlikely, but I just know that God will work it out. He worked it out when we wanted to buy this house, and so it's just kind of exciting getting things ready and kind of getting to that place where we're going to be ready to sell. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. I mean, that's kind of the only big thing we have coming down the pipeline. It's a big thing though. I'm sure you guys are wondering where we are at with the whole baby number 2 thing. Are we still trying? Do we want another kid? What's going on? Well, I'm not totally ready to talk 100% candidly about that. I will kind of give you guys an update. And the reason that I don't want to talk about it isn't because I'm ashamed of our story or ashamed of what's going on. It's just, it's really hard to put those things out there and put it in the court of public opinion, if that makes sense. I know that a large majority of you are very positive, but some of these things that we've gone through and dealt with, we haven't even told our families. Like, our immediate families don't know, you know, kind of what's going on, where we're at. So I'll kind of keep it high level for you guys, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to do a little bit more of an update about it. But the answers are yes, obviously we do want more kids. As you know from us going through the 2 miscarriages last year, that's very much a part of our heart's desire and what we want. Has it been easy to get there? No, it hasn't. Some of the things that contribute to that is that I have irregular cycles, and I always have. It was the same issue when I was a teenager all the way through my adult life, and that makes it a little bit tricky to figure out timing for ovulation and certain things like that. So I've talked with my OBGYN about it, and we have some action plans and things that we're doing to try to rectify that. And I'm gonna be meeting again with my doctor here in a couple weeks to kind of do a follow-up and see where we're at. But hopefully that helps kind of give you an answer and an idea. We want it. I mean, we definitely want it. I could sit here and if I was to be 100% candid with you guys, the tears would be flowing right now because it's so much part of my heart. And it's, okay, see? See, this is what I didn't want to talk about. So much part of my heart and what we want, and it's hard to want something so bad, and it comes so easily to some, but for whatever reason, it's a struggle for you. And if you go back and watch my TTC video with Emma, it took us a long time to conceive her. We tried actively. I was off the pill for over a year. We tried actively for about 10 months before 9 to 10 months before we actually ended up getting pregnant with her. And the last 2 pregnancies where we miscarried, it wasn't as difficult to get pregnant. And now I feel like we're kind of back in the same boat where we are with Emma, or where we were before we had Emma. So I know God has a plan, and His plan is perfect, and it'll all work out. But it's really hard to sometimes face these challenges and feel like you're very much alone, and like people don't understand. And like I said, a lot of that is because I don't want to talk about it. It's because it's internally something that I'm still trying to get through and process and figure out and put the pieces together as far as what is the best plan to make this happen for us, since it seems like it's not happening. But my doctor and I have had really good conversations, and he's incredibly optimistic about us being able to do this because I've had a perfect pregnancy with Emma, 100% perfect, could not have gone better pregnancy. And the fact that we did get pregnant, even though those pregnancies ended in miscarriages, my doctor's very, very optimistic. We're just working on some things to tweak it and make it a little bit easier for us. So I appreciate those of you who have followed our journey for a really long time and know that we're trying to get pregnant, and or that we want another kid, and that you've left comments saying you're praying for us and sending baby dust our way. And we just know it's going to happen at some point, and I can't wait to share that news with you guys because I feel like you're an extension of our family. You've watched our journey through the good and the bad, and I know that you'll be just as excited when we get there as we will be. So that's all that I'm going to say about that. That's probably more than I was planning on saying, but I love you guys so much, and I really truly appreciate everything that you do for us, all the support you give us. We love you so very much. So that's kind of our family life update. If you guys have any questions, leave them below, and we'll try to answer them. But thanks again for watching. Bye guys. Sweet sister-in-law and my brother-in-law are having their baby. She's in labor right now. We're waiting for her to be born. What's your new cousin's name gonna be? Liam. Yeah, so I'm so excited.